Okay, next is being positive all the time. Yeah, next is being positive all the time. Because it's just not realistic. You can ask my team at the back, Dan and Megan and Elizabeth, do I have days where I am grumpy? Yeah, yeah, I've got days when I walk in there, I'm in a pain in the fucking ass. And I think there's a difference between, and I worked for a Singaporean company, and Richard Tan often used to say, sometimes you need a reset. Sometimes you need a reset. Sometimes you need to go in there, and I can't be positive all the time because sometimes it's fake. We need to get down to business, and I'm not happy about things, and I'll go through it. So being positive all the time, or thinking you have to be positive all the time in front of your team. Sometimes I call it flip the table moments. Sometimes I've got to flip the table. I'm going to go, if that to-do doesn't get done one more time, like I'm going to flip the table. Like I'm okay. And we've got this idea that emotionally stable people are people that never get angry or cross. That is not true. You spend time with Donald Trump. You spend time with Robert Kiyosaki will tear your fucking head off if you're in his presence and you fuck up. He will tear you on. And the definition of an emotionally stable person is they can span the breadth and depth of emotions. They can live in sadness. They can live in anger and whatever, but not stay there. Does that make sense? Yes? It does not mean that you're a bad person or you're emotionally stable if you lose your temper at times. That we've got this idea of Mother Teresa, and that's like, no, like most of the very successful people I hang around with will absolutely tear you one if we have discussed in the right context. The context being, if you fuck up, is it okay that I can tear you one? Are you sure? You know, yes, as long as you get the permission first. Like, hey, listen, I'm gonna raise the standards here. If you get buy-in and you get that agreement before they come into the environment, that's a different story. That's like, hey, just so you know, we are going to raise the standards here. So I'll tell you a story with myself and Elizabeth. So when Elizabeth started working with me, she was doing Megan's job looking after events. And for me, I have to do the following. Is the AV sorted? And I need a yes. Is the AV sorted? Do I have water? Is the flip chart there? Do I have my special pens? Okay, I need special pens. These are the only pens I facilitate with. I know they all roll their eyes, and they're like, what an asshole. What a prima donna. I don't care. These are the only pens I'd work with. They're special. Okay, I only want this flip chart. I'm like, no, the venue's got a flip chart. I don't want the flip chart the venue has. I want this one. It's 700 euros. This is a 700 euro flip chart. Everyone thinks I'm an idiot. I don't care. I want this flip chart. If you look at the back of the room, AV, Sanj, give me a wave. So Sanj works with Tony Robbins and all these people. It's amazing and experience. Like Sanj is not cheap. He's laughing. He's not. Sanj is not cheap, but I don't care. I want to work with the best because he helps create the environment, and he takes pressure off me by he's an extra 3 or 4 team members for me on this day. I don't care. It's worth it. When you are, what's the word when you want it your way and only your way? Unreasonable. Unreasonable. I think you need to be unreasonable sometimes. I think you need to be more unreasonable. Like, no, I want it this way. Because at the end of the day, when you own your own business and you're paying rental and you're paying all the things and you're paying the staff and there's VAT and there's tax and there's all that, when the chickens come home to roost, who do they come to roost? They come to you, yes? Cool. Give someone a high five and say, be unreasonable, be unreasonable. Okay, next one. All right, cool. Next one is how to fail. Only ever have surface level understanding. Only ever dip your toe. Easy way to fail. I'm going to do New Patient Avalanche, and I'm just going to consume it all, and I'm actually not going to go deep with any of it. I'm going to, I like this whole face. I see all the results of everyone here with Facebook ads, but you know what? I'm not going to go, if it's done, I'm not going to do done for you because, that's like another level. Like, okay, fine, well then do it yourself, and I'll help you. We're different. I don't hold back. I teach you everything we did it done for you. If you want to know how to do it, like my team's there for you. We'll flip and hold your hand. We're different like that. I'm not holding that stuff back. But like, if it's go for it. Go deep. Go do it. I mean, I'm looking at all my platinum members here. It was a big decision to do that on top of everything you're doing. Go deep. They go deep. Like I am going to. I don't want just on surface level knowledge. I want to gain some deeper knowledge. I mean, I'm looking at Lee and Robert here, and they spent the whole 2-3 days masterminding and growing and learning. They're going a deeper understanding. But there's this plague of the surface level knowledge all the time. Surface level knowledge all the time. At some point, you've got to stop dipping your toe in, whether what it is, even if it's a technique. Whereas, I say, Luke, Luke, I don't know, CBP for you, seem very passionate about it, and you've gone deep with it, and extra investing, and I see people that are interested in CBP, but then they don't do all the courses. I'm like this, that's just lame. Go deep, Go commit to something and go deep with the whole thing. Everyone say, look at the person next to you in the eye, look at them and say, go deep, baby. Okay. Okay. moving on. Hey, moving on. Stop it. Shut the fuck up. John, I'm not looking at the start of the room. Stop it. All right. Listen, next point. Moving on. What? Felicity, shut up. What number am I on? 8. Number 8. Everyone take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay, it's good to laugh, isn't it? It's good to laugh. Wow. So, next one, lack of vulnerability. Lack of vulnerability is definitely a key to failure. Oh, big one. I see it in the room here often. I see you in the room, and I can see you struggling. And there's just so many people in the room can help you. I can see you struggling, whether it's day 1, day 2, or whether it's sales, or hiring, or knowing your numbers. I can see it. And I just want to scream at you to ask for help. Because if this isn't a place of vulnerability, then you've got no chance out in the real world. I hope I'm pretty vulnerable with you guys up on stage. And I tell you about I'm stupid and I mess up here and I've made many mess ups and whatever. But I'm no different from you. I also have my own, whether it's ego and I don't share or whatever, but lack of vulnerability, especially in this environment when you've got so many amazing people in the room. Oh, like John's story about phoning, it just made me so happy. Like when you phoned, I think it was Claire, and asked for help, and just the opportunities you guys have to do that in this environment is just so easy. And I want success for you, and so does everyone else in the room. But you just have 3 hardest things to say in the world are, number 1, I love you. Number 2, I'm sorry. And then number 3, please. It's hard to say, eh? It's like, I just need help. I just need help. Please help me. It's hard to say. I have not mastered this. It's easier to stand up here on stage and speak about this stuff than to do it. I have not mastered this. None of the stuff. But I will. But when I'm sitting here and I'm watching you guys and I'm watching some of you come to talk to me about your challenges, and I'm just like, oh my word, please ask for help, and then stop with point number 1, like the opinions. Oh, but I like to do it this way. I'm like, well, it's not working for you. Stop it. Let go of that. Surrender and ask for help. Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five, and say, I'll help you. Hey, number, what number am I on? Number 9. Number 9. So, number 9 is, I really want you to listen to this little voice. The little voice, and oh my word, the amount of money I've lost by not listening to this little voice. The little voice is, I'm sure you think of something. I'm sure somebody has. Finish that sentence. I'm sure Mary I'm sure, I need to check, it's Mary's job to send out the birthday cards. I'm sure Mary sent out the birthday cards. And not following up. You know that little voice. I'm sure that so-and-so's booked my hotel room because that was their job to do it. And then not going, hey, Megan, have you booked my hotel room? The phone's not, I'm sure, you hear the phone not being answered a few times. I'm sure that the team's on it. Man, there's one particular thing in my business where that little nagging voice was going, I'm sure so-and-so's not doing this. I'm sure he's not doing this. I'm sure that so-and-so is paying the whatever. I'm sure that so-and-so is paying all the rates. I'm sure. It's my financial director. I'm sure he is. I hope, I haven't heard much about it. I'm sure he is. A rate spill, not being paid for 3-4 years. Yeah. No one chased us on it. Council, nothing. They don't care. We were wrongly banded in one of our rate spills. But still, I thought it. I was like, I'm sure he's a bit disorganized. His head's all over the place at the moment. Is he doing X, Y, Z? I'm sure he is. I'm not hearing much about it. He wasn't. You guys know what I'm talking about, yes? I'm sure that I'm sure the referral vouchers are being handed out. I'm sure the welcome emails are going out. I'm sure the reminder telephone calls are happening. Really? The amount of people I jump on calls with, and I'll say, and they say to me, yeah, we're doing that, and I'm like, okay, motherfucker, give me 1 hour. Give me 1 hour in your practice. And let me go look at those statistics. Yeah, we definitely do birthday cards. Give me 1 hour. Give me 1 hour. Let me go find. And you know deep down, that's the thing, you know deep down. You know the reminder stuff's not actually happening to everyone. You know that DNA, big one, DNA calls. You know, you print the list at the end of the week. If you're not doing this, you should do this, by the way. So you print the list at the end of the week. It's DNA NFA. Did not arrive, no future appointment. Did not arrive, no future appointment. List gets printed at the end of the week. All of them get called. I'm sure the DNA calls are happening. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure if I come to your practice, I'm going to find what I find in my practice, which is if the minute I stop asking the question, they ain't happening. You guys make sense, yes? We all know in this room. I can't bullshit this man because I make the same mistakes as you when I don't listen to the little voice. Okay, that's mindset done. Marketing, let's go through marketing. This is marketing, how to fail. Number one for marketing, we'll be very quick with this one. Number one is, so we're actually on number 10 total now, hey? So number 10 total is easy for marketing. It's an easy one. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Fastest way to fail. Do it yourself. Figure it out by yourself. Funny you say that. But I actually don't mean actually just outsourcing it to. I'm actually not a big fan of agencies, by the way. I hate agencies. I'm very different. We are unique. I don't provide this service for anything outside of chiropractic, really. You know, physiotherapy practice is a bit. I get incomings from dentists and stuff all the time. I just don't do it. So I'm like, I can't. I'm a specialist here. We get stupid results here. You know, because we're doing it. So I don't even mean by that. I just mean by, which actually brings me to, let me give you 3 points in a row. Number 1 is do it yourself. Number 10. Number 11 is surest way to fail in marketing is start from scratch. You cannot afford to start from scratch. Even if you take what I've given you and you hate it, but you know what it does? Often I'll ask, like Dan, where's Dan? Often I'll ask Dan Kleiner, Dan, who's our copywriter. So I'll say to Dan, Dan, I'm struggling for an article this month. Can you please look at like this call and turn the call into an article for me? Now, the truth is, any copywriter does that for me. When I look at it, I'm like, he hasn't. I never ever, I almost never put that's not the article. I mean, Dan will tell you, he must laugh because he was like, I don't know why this asshole got me to do it because he's changed the whole thing. But the point is, it gives me a starting point. I'm like, cool, this point. You cannot afford, as a very business owner, to start from scratch. Okay, number 12 is the most overrated thing in business and in the planet. It's so stupid. Is innovate. You're gonna fail. Like I'm gonna invent. Oh my God, the amount of people, like when people, all due respect. So if you've thought this in the room, please just take this with what I'm about to say with a pinch of salt. But it's like when someone comes to me like, we're going to create a brand new computer system for all the chiropractors in the world. And I'm like, dude, you know how much work that is? And like, but I've got all these great ideas and it's whatever. And I'm like, oh man, you know, nothing you are thinking of, someone else hasn't thought of in some way, shape, or form. And you're not going to invent anything new. But what you can do, which is exponentially faster way to success, is go find a failing EHR. Go find a failing computer system and just go buy them or go add value or go ask them if you can do a joint venture and make it better as opposed to do it new. Does that make sense? Like, much easier. Just go do that. Like, go find some shitty little computer system and go, I'll take you over. But don't start from scratch. Don't make something new. Don't innovate. Because most of the time, you just don't need to do this. Even this inner circle group, is this structure what I'm doing? Is this new? Like, no. I just do it better. I just do it better. That's all it is, in my humble opinion. And I've got lots of things that I need to improve upon, but that's my job. It's like, and people are always, some of you in other coaching groups, right? So it's so funny because people always come to me and go, aren't you worried about people copying you, Ryan? Like, look at all the stuff I give away. Like, I might have another bonus coming up for you guys soon. So, but I mean, like, even this, like, nobody else is going to, like, it's like, aren't you worried about people copying you, Ryan? And then like, well, good luck. Good luck, seriously, fucking good luck. Because we are a team of 10, we always say 10 full-time people, like, good luck, come copy me, I dare you. I dare you because I'm just going to push harder and I'm just going to over-deliver more. And I'm just going to, like, you find any other coaching group who's going to produce this for you for your next master. Like, and those of you not in a circle, do you really want to take the chance of not being at the next one? Do you really want to take that chance? Like, when I promise you this could be an ongoing 6-figure thing for you, do you really want to take the chance of not being at the next one? A little bit of pain there, yes? But you understand, it's not new. I give it to myself to do it better. Same with chiropractic, and that's why observations is so important. Bullshit, nothing's new. You go and you learn and you get reminded about things that are working in those environments. Give someone a high five and say, just do it better. Okay, where am I? Number 14. Oh, it's 13. Number 13. Number 13, and a big one. Making wimpy offers. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I've got a great Christmas campaign. Our normal new patient special, our normal new patient price is £80. I know what I'm going to do for Christmas, £75. I'm just like, really, bro? Like, really? You want to make an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer. Like, go and make irresistible offer. Oh, but Ryan, they won't value it if I make it too cheap. And then this is normally speaking to the same person that's on a free discovery call with me. You know, and I really have to hold my tongue, yeah. And I'm like, you're on a free call with me, bro. And you won't, like, so make it irresistible. It's Christmas, and I don't care, like, whatever. Like, for some of you, you're at the point where you need more deal flow. You need new deal flow, make it irresistible. Home run, £19 a session, once off, one time ever, Christmas. Come in, we're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. If you're having a shit ton of new patients, I think it was Fran who said she was getting 10 new patients a week. In my opinion, a humble opinion, if you're getting 10 new patients a week, you're good. Then you're going, oh, now I want more of a filter, not so irresistible anymore. I want to start chasing a few people away. But if you're under 10 new patients a week, you don't need 10. I'm just saying, if you're under 10, make it irresistible. Get deal flow. If you've got associates, you want to be aiming for at least 4 to 5 for them a week. It's about 4 a week is kind of what I've seen manageable, 5 a week. But don't make wimpy offers. Go for it. Throw the kitchen sink in them. Stack stuff. You get the new patient examination. You get the X-ray. You get the this. You get the this. You get the free, massage, the free assessment. You get the this. You get the this. You get the red carpet. You get whatever. You get virtual this. Go for it. In any way, shape, or form. So everyone say, go for it. Go for it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. Next one is number 14. Which is so interesting one of the biggest things you should have got from what's working now was surest way to fail in marketing. Surest way to fail is stop testing. So we make our businesses, we think we know what we're talking about, and then we just do the carousel ad, and that used to work well. And then I even fall into the trap of it. I'll often walk into the office. You can ask Dan at the back of the room. I'll say to Dan, I don't think we're making enough mistakes. I don't think we're making enough mistakes. I want to hear, okay, my book funnel. I want to hear, oh, we tried this, it didn't work. I want to hear that. I want to hear, and I've tried this. I've tried the red background. I've tried the static image. I've tried you flipping the book. I've tried the video of the book. I've tried the carousel ad of the book. I've tried. Didn't work, but then I got one that worked. It doesn't work every time, but the surest way to fail in the marketing, and we're definitely falling into stop testing. Number 15 is, especially with what the marketing that I teach, is not doing your pre-campaign meetings. Write that down, pre-campaign meetings. It's a big one. Because there is choreography with regards to a Christmas campaign. Good example, Valentine's. There is a ton of choreography that happens in a Valentine's campaign. Okay, so here's a little thing that we did, and I don't know if we did last, but we've always done it, was we would get red roses delivered to all the practices. It was 8 practices at a time. Then what we'd do is we'd give all the females on Valentine's Day a red rose with it was too expensive to get males and females, so we just went with the females, and then we got a red rose with 2 vouchers on it, but they had to be hand done on all the thing. And then the idea is, because I can see the team going, what you want us to hand tie and then punch the vouchers, so that's yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, what, all those roses? No, not all the roses, just 400. Not all, just 400. If you want us to do 400, there's 7 of us here. We're going to do 80 each. When you get, most people when they get married all the time, they do the whole decorations themselves. It's no, just 40 each. It's not a big deal. But you want us to do 500? Yeah. Do we want to be successful? Do we want to be successful? Right? That's what we did. We did that in a big company, but you need your pre-campaign meetings. Okay, so here's my lesson of it is, we have 9 practices. One practice will knock it out the park, other practice will abysmally fail. It's never the campaign, it's always the buy-in. And also, if I give you a structure for the campaign, what you do in the meeting is I'm not saying you don't stick to my structures all the time exactly, but the point is in the meeting you go, we're going to send this at this day, we're going to send this at this day, we're going to remind everyone at this day, email's going to go out this day, we're not going to do Ryan's Rose at this day, we're going to do Rose on this day, and we're not going to do Rose maybe, we're going to do vouchers, or we're going to do, on Valentine's we also do the hearts, so we do a competition where they have to write a poem. Okay, and then it's amazing because it's actually testimonials, right? So then they have to write a poem about, and it has to have the word your practice or chiropractic or your name in it. So then they have to write a poem, and the best poem wins something for Valentine's. And then you put all the hearts across your front desk. So Valentine's just looks so cool, but you're also getting testimonials. So do you know that a customer stays longer if they fill out a testimonial? From a retention strategy, if you can get, so then you're kind of you're getting that too. But if you just go, okay, we're going to do the hearts, guys, great. No, who's going to do it? Who's going to cut them? Who's going to go through the process? Who's going to make sure they're getting stuck on? How long are we going to stick them on for? Okay, when last year we did it, it took all the paint. This is true stuff. Took all the paint to the walls. So can you not put it on the walls, please? Can we put it on the thing? And then you go, surely, whatever point that was, this is a great one. What point was that? I'm sure that everybody will remember not to put the hearts on the walls. No, they won't. Guys, remember, we're going to not put the hearts on the walls because the thing, and you thought it, and you didn't say something about it. Every single year, we have our Halsa conference, and every single year, the morning of the event, 3 or 4, 5 people phone in and say they can't make it. And every single year, I say, have we told them that if they don't show, I've paid for catering, that's fine, shit happens, but you're paying for the fucking lunch. And every single year, somebody says, no, we forgot. And every single year, I go, I'm an idiot. Because I thought about it, and I didn't say, please communicate with everyone that if you can't make it to the conference last minute, life happens, that's good, but you're paying for lunch. Because I've got to pay for you. Make sense? Good job. What number are we on? Okay, number 16 is, okay, cool. Number 16, surest way to fail in marketing is not ask, which you know you should. You know you should ask it, but you're scared to ask it because you know there's work involved, so you don't ask it. And the question is, what next? Not asking what next. You know you should ask it, okay. So what happens next when they don't show to the initial consultation? It's work. So what happens if it goes to voicemail? Is someone phoning them? How do we know who's going through the process? What happens when they haven't been in for 3 months? What happens? What's next? What next? That it's quite suffocating actually, because do the what next ever stop? They never stop. And then what happens is Christmas campaign. You go, and this is probably our best campaign we ever did. My best campaign I ever did. The most successful reactivation campaign I ever did was when probably the only time I really did it, because then I set the framework for it, and then probably got a bit lazy. But I sat with, at the time, our marketing manager, and we went through every scenario. Okay, email goes out. If they open the email, can I tell? I can tell. Great. What happens if they open the email? Can I trigger a text when they open the email? This is what someone will say to you. Impossible. You can't. If I type into YouTube, can a text be sent if someone opens the email? And I find that it's yes. Have you Googled it? No, don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. You haven't even fucking Googled it. I'm like, if I Google that fucking thing and I find that you can, I'm coming after you. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Give me another day. Give me another day. Like, yeah, I know it's work. So then go, okay, if they open the email, what happens next? Can we send a text? Yes, we can send a text. Only to the people that open the email. Yes, we can do a tag across. Okay, can someone find out how to do that? Great. Can we see if they open it? What happens when they respond to the text? It'll go to a thing. What happens when they respond to the text? I don't know, so-and-so gets, so-and-so gets, so-and-so gets, so like what next? What if the response take? Are we going to respond back? Are we going to phone back? If we phone back, what if we phone back and nobody answers? What next? What if they do answer? What next? You know, what if they don't answer? How many times do we phone them after that? At what point do we stop phoning them? We have to, that's how we get the best results. If they open the email and they watch the video in the email and they click on the and they receive a text, and they open the text. Can I tell? Yes. Can we then send something in the post? Oh, phone them 4 times. If they don't answer, can I then send something in the post? Yes, you can. Can I? Okay, great. How? Who's going to do it? Who's going to go through the process? And actually, if you do this process, you're actually going to be much better marketers than you give yourself credit for. But it's going to be the it's going to be the it's going to be the overwhelm of not sitting down and going deep and going, no, I can do this, I can do this. And you can keep it simple, but behavioral segmentation will help you win, and And my next point is, so number one is not number, whatever that is, 16, not asking enough. Next point is, for marketing, not having multimedia. Not having multimedia. So you just got to try. Can you have the text, and can you have the email, and can you have the phone call? And even if you do those things sloppily, I think that you just have a better chance of winning if you can just combine. Can we send our top spenders a text, an email, and can my at least, those of you at memberships, I would say print media is expensive, you know. But if membership is your big push, I mean, Charles, how many members do you guys have now? 805 monthly direct debits. Give a round of applause. How many? How many? 481. Felicity's got 481 direct debits coming off through every month. It's a good week, yes? A good week, yes? I'm ready to. Who else? Who else? Who else? Members? 326 people who just every month, cha-ching, goes in the bank account, etc. Give a round of applause. Who else? Who else? Who else? Yeah? How much? 150 members who've committed to long-term care. It's the psychology of it. It's amazing. Anyone else? How many? 291. Incredible. Who else? Yeah? You only started. Amazing. Who else? Cool. So, so this is what I'm saying. Like, my heart goes, just go speak to, Felicity and Charles and people like that who've got memberships. 800 members. How many practices? 2. For 800 members in 2 practices. Nice. Everyone do this? And go cha-ching. Yeah, it's like security and it's long. Now, I'll say to my substantial memberships, Charles, go back to point number 16. What next, Charles? 800 and whatever members. So now you should be looking at, as is Bury Chiropractic, who's in the same type figures, is you should be looking at a retention/conversion SDR person. Just look after memberships. Here's the thing. What's your average spend in a membership? About. So someone do the math. What's 800 and something times 48? What's that? So 39 grand times by 12? Okay, so 460 grand. Now, here's the thing. So 460 grand. Are you staring at the opportunity now to have a retention, one person who maintains retentions, maintains memberships, makes them feel special, and or is responsible, because this is where Bury Chiropractic is going. Who's on here? Who's on here? Yeah, there we go. Rachel will tell you, and Alicia, and Wendy and Alicia. Hey, Rachel, Rachel, unmute yourself. Wendy and Alicia, unmute yourself for me, please, quick. And then, hey guys, how's it going?
Howdy.
Good, great. How's it going?
Give them a high wave. So, how many members, Rachel, Wendy, Alicia? How many members now?
6, 7.
Let me just have a seat. We've added quite a lot this week as well because we're doing lots of promos around it.
Yeah.
So 1 second, let me just pull it up.
So Rachel is Wendy Alicia's marketing manager. And how many times have you done New Patient Avalanche, Rachel?
I think it's like 5 or 6 now.
Yeah.
5 or 6 times.
Good. Can you tell us about what's the membership's like?
We are up to 669 members.
Okay, awesome. Give a round of applause. Okay, now, so Wendy and Alicia are platinum members, and one of the questions we asked was like, okay, great. So now, if that's the route we want to go, what next? What's our drop-off rate? So there's...
Don't even ask.
Yeah.
Massive.
That's the opportunity if we know the number. So Charles and Wendy and Alicia, so what's the drop-off rate? How many people per month or per year cancel memberships? You've got to know the stat first. And you go, okay, so drop-off rate is this. Okay, next is how many new patients are you getting and how many people are getting, say, 24. If there was an account manager that was solely responsible for selling people into a membership, not just the chiropractor, all the people that, hey, I wonder if you know, we've got a membership, etc., and bonused as such, now we're looking at retention of that, etc. one of the things from an account manager's perspective, it's only 1,000, it's only whatever. Should someone be, we spoke about this, hey, Wendy, Alicia, is there a trigger that someone should be phoning them or sending them a text or reaching out to your members what's the cadence of communications for those members? What next? I'm like, oh shit, now Ryan, you're creating a lot of work for me. But 400 grand, there's a business within your business. And in this case, there's a 400 grand business inside your business that needs to be treated as a different business. So what if you had an appointment setter, Charles? It's a term, or an SDR, sales SDR. What does that SDR stand for again? Sales development rep, who's responsible. There's loads of them, by the way. Whose responsibility is cool. You come on board. Your job is to nurture new members. New members get a welcome call. New members also get a welcome pack. New members also get and they get touch points, and your job is retention and signing up new members. And then it's always easy to bonus salespeople because they get bonused on new business. So Charles and Wendy and Alicia and Rachel, it would be, how many members did we get last year? The cutoff point for their bonus is, well, I got 172 last year without an SDR. So your bonus, your commission doesn't even start under 176. So that's why salespeople really pay for themselves, because their commission structure is totally based on new business. On what type of business? New business. But then you can have KPIs on retention, but you've got to know it. So what next? Okay, what next? I need to come up. Oh my God, it's going to take you time. I'm looking at the same in my business. How do I find and hire this person? I need to know the numbers on what my drop-off, how many people dropped off last year. Okay, Mr. SDR, 176, you ain't getting shit. I'm doing that without you. But I'm going to bonus you big above that. And okay, Mr. SDR, 132 people dropped out last year. If you have less than that, whatever, etc., or if it worked out as a percentage, just X amount of people drop off less this year, then you're going to get X, Y, Z. But you have to work out the figures on that. But salespeople pay for themselves because they're based on new business or KPIs that's already. So Wendy and Alicia will tell you at their last, they weren't loving me very much at their last platinum mastermind because that's all we did in their hot seat. That's all we did. All we did was went for 2 hours on one person, one business, and we went, but what of this, and what of this, and what next? And I was there facilitating, and what next? But you haven't thought about this, and what next? And like, shut up, Ryan. No, we're going deeper. What next? And what next? And what's this number? What's this number? Anyway, going back to the original point, not asking what next is absolutely a failure in business.